Alrighty then. Pretty sure this is working. If it's not, then oops. Alright everyone, we are here with our first preseason race for Season 10. I am Big Mama Frank, also known as Joseph Huerta. I'm just gonna be chilling with you guys as we take it through our first preseason race here at Abu Dhabi. We did a random roll for our track. We'll do another random roll on Thursday, and another one on Saturday for every single one. And then for any team principals or anyone else who is going to be watching this after this is done or watching this now, I will share the team telemetry data with everyone who wants it. So just let me know if you would like that. So for this session, we are going to be doing 50% race with a short qualifying session. We probably won't see anyone go out for about a minute or so. Now, with the people we have right now, only people who are returning. We have one person, Logan, who will not be partaking in Season 10, doing too many penalties. We have a couple team principals in here. We have Simon and I guess that's it, just Simon. Simon is the Mercedes team principal who will be picking first overall in both divisions. And as I say that, it looks like we have Nathan heading out to the track first. Now this is a track we have not raced yet here in F123 and ZRL. I can't remember the last time we raced here. Would have been F122. I recall one infamous moment with a driver who shall not be named, who this race ended up being their final race in this server. Now, one thing with a little bit of news while we're sitting here waiting for qualifying to kind of go, a nice little drift by Nathan there. That was cute. For our draft, we actually have already determined the order of our draft. We have decided that we are going... I'm going to send an invite. Mr. Pauly. Now that if we can get him in, that'll be... Oh, there he is. So this will be the first person who's technically new. Oh, we have Cody too. All right, look at that. It's Cody. Clap your hands, everyone. Cody showed up. Or Cody's racing with us. Hooray! Cody is famous for racing in every other league not named ZRL. Because I guess we're just too cool for him. So we got that going for us. It's in the first person. But in terms, I was mentioning our draft before I sent invites to Paulie. So for our draft for this season, on Sunday, we have decided to go with a different little look at our draft lottery like we had before. Last... Oh... Alright, seems like we have a little bit of little fun happening right here. Nathan and Beamer with grid penalties. Nathan having no front wing, crashing into each other. Very fun. But yeah, going back to our draft. Heading back to the draft, we are looking at a different... Okay. That's probably the best outcome for that. And that's probably the most appropriate outcome for whatever the hell just happened. But talking back to the draft, like I said, we're going to be looking at... Not looking at, we've already expanded the draft lottery. So instead of just the bottom 5 picks, picks 6 through 10, and then 15 through 20, I suppose it's not necessarily expansion, but we're changing how the draft lottery works. So instead of it just being the top 10, or instead of it being the bottom 5 for each half of the draft, So we're 6 and 10, 16 through 20, instead of that being excuse me, like I said, the bottom 5 of each half of the draft, we're going to be doing the entire second half of the field is going to be in a draft lottery. And now, just so everyone knows, we've already actually recorded and determined the draft lottery. Hopefully we'll get that out for everyone after this. We made a little video just kind of going through what we did and doing it kind of, and recording myself doing it, so there's no, just kind of, dismiss any kind of idea of funny business. So like I said, the bottom 10, so picks 11 through 20, are going to be determined by a draft lottery. And we'll show you the details later tonight or tomorrow, depending on just what I can get to today. And we did it for all 3 divisions. We're still working on what we're going to be doing for Division 3. Hopefully we get enough people, but at this point it's kind of a long shot. I think right now, if we were to try to start, I think we would have 9 or 10, but we don't really want to start a Division 3 with only 9 or 10. Simply for, I don't know who'd actually want to drive on a grid with 10 people. So one thing that we're looking at right now is to make some sort of division where we, not necessarily a division, but just kind of have a session we do every week on the Division 3 runtime, at least until we can potentially get 20 people. We will do, I don't really know exactly what to call it, but we would have like an early week practice session for anyone who wants to join. Reserves, full-time drivers, just anyone. Where we would use that Monday to have a session for the week, for the race in the next week. So, for example, let's say we raced at Abu Dhabi this weekend, or next week. The Monday before that, we would use the Division 3 time to have everyone do an open practice session for that. And we would do however that session is going to be for that specific race, we would do for that session. But that's an idea right now, and I think that's kind of what we're leaning towards right now. Looking at Cody here, who's just starting his first flying lap. He may have just invalidated. Oh no, he invalidated that lap. 25.9. So he definitely backed up on that one. Combine coming into the pits after setting a lap. So I'm interested to see what kind of stuff that Mr. Pauly here can do. He seems to be somebody from... I believe Australia, if I understand his flag correctly. Either that or New Zealand. So always nice to see more of them. We have had quite a few in the past with combined YouTube, or as we see in P4 right now, who has been our resident Australian for as long as I've been here. So we're just trying to get in someone else. I'm not sure who Richard Long is, but he's someone. That is definitely a fact. So just kind of looking through our grid that we have here in qualifying right now. just looking at in terms of where we think we're going to be placing everyone right now. Wrong button. Sorry about that. Right now, Fred is definitely going to be locked in Division 1. He will be racing in Division 1. He will be available to draft. Try, looks like he's going to be locked in Division 2. Simon Colston is the brand new team principal for Mercedes. He was able to lead Alfa Romeo to P2 in combined constructors. And actually, now that I mentioned combined constructors, I have the wrong button again. So my scenes are not working correctly. I don't know how to. My OBS skills could definitely use some work. So I don't have the combined constructors in front of me, but we have that in in our Discord, which is linked in the video description. But then we go down to Maxime. Maxime is someone who, depending on what we decide to do for, there's specific suggestions, specifically from Duncan McCamick in our suggestion channel. There's something we're looking at. Maxime might be the, Maxime might be that top, that kind of that border point of people below them who can do D1 and D2 might be in that group that Duncan was talking about. And we're still looking at probably potentially doing that, but the only issue with doing something like that right now is we may only have 1 to maybe 3 slots in Division 1 that can be swapped between D2 drivers. So it's if that happens, there won't be a lot of we won't be able to do it as fun as we want, because a big issue that we have, or a big issue just with league racing, trying to place people, is some people can race on one day, some people can't race on one day. And we try to do the best we can, but it's never going to be 100% perfect unless we just had like 10,000 signups between 60 seats. Then we could have some really nice grids, but that's just that's Fantasyland. If I continue on from Maxime into P6, we have Combined. Combined is definitely now you can see that the little jiggle that the kind of the wiggles that his car is doing. That's always fun to drive behind. Sometimes it's okay. I know with this game we're peer-to-peer connections, so things can be a little bit goofy. So connections between drivers can vary quite a bit. And me and Combined usually seem to have a few issues. From his perspective, it always looks like I look pretty smooth for him, at least when I'm watching his VODs back. Combined, little plug for Combined here. He always posts his YouTube or his race VODs on YouTube, so check them out. They're always very entertaining. But for me, sometimes I'll be right behind. I'll be trying to race Combined, and it's so hard because he jiggles around a little bit. But I mean, I'm in Texas. He's in Australia. It's just gonna be weird sometimes. Now moving on to Avira. Avira is going to be a Division 2 driver also. We have Garrett. Garrett in the lobby. Is that who I saw? Was that Mr. Elder himself, Garrett? Is he actually going to drive? We will see. Garrett's not signed up. I don't think he really has time to sign up. He has all sorts of different things. Being an adult, being a bum. Doing what he does. So he's not going to be racing with us. Avira is someone who really kind of started showing some serious pace in Division 2 last season towards the second half. The only issue was Avira was someone who was kind of constantly caught up in incidents, so it definitely kind of watered down his potential race rating that we have. But he had some really nice qualifying sessions, particularly at China. And then I think when we did our final round at Mexico, we did pretty well there too. So, I mean, things are looking up. I mean, I'm really interested to see if we can get a clean season from Avira, how that would look like. I get you. Not even paying attention. One more driver in. We have a few minutes, so we'll get him in. Sitting here rambling, not paying attention. I'll have another guest in here, it seems. If anyone else is watching or anyone listening, yeah, we have 4 slots that are unfilled. I think this Richard Long already left the session, so I think that one's unfortunately filled. But we have Ollie with the 24-2, who is on a lap right now. Everyone's on the pits. Looks like everyone's going to be coming out here in a bit. One thing this game really needs to do better is a stupid yellow flag in qualifying. This caution garbage, man. It covers up the session timer. It's quite annoying. Alright, so we have Defi, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce his name. I know we'll reveal his name when we have our first Division 1 stream, which will be a week from this coming Sunday. So I believe that would be 12 days. He is rumored to be quite quick. That seems, the time trial times he submitted were quite good too. So there's definitely high expectations for him. Major Castman is someone that we've brought back, or not we brought back, that he's decided to return after a season absence. Major Castman has always been a very reputable driver, is probably the best way to describe him. He's always a clean driver, always has impressive pace, and then he's just one of the smartest dudes in the server in terms of just strategy knowledge, tire, all that, making setups, all these things. Anyone who has anything to say about him is nothing but positive. So he has signed up and he will be in Division 1 this season also, so I look forward to that. We have Cal here, Cal, one of our moderators. He has kind of gone back and forth between racing, but he informed us last night that he is going to be racing for Season 10, and he will be in Division 1 as well. He raced Red Bull last season with Hudson Poole, the former team principal of Red Bull. Let's see if we get him back in the session. Don't even see him. Oh, DC. Okay. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have 17 drivers. That's a lot more than I expected, to be honest. I'm kind of excited for it. In the session timer, we're just at 20 seconds or so. We have Cal on his final push attempt. Where's Fred at? Fred is up here. Maxime is on his final push. We can watch him as he comes in. .260 Sector 1 for Maxime. Coming up on that Sector 3 line. Maxime up a little more than a tenth. That's Fred, just 2 cars behind him. Fred with the purple Sector 1 with a 17-11, so it looks like Fred's going to be improving also. Boss. Major Castleman. Riding across the line. He should get him, I believe. Or he might invalidate. Oh, he didn't invalidate. He got him. Okay. Got him by a couple of tenths. Schrei coming to the pits. Combined coming to finish his lap. 22.491. I think that's it for qualifying. Quite a few people who decided to have those shenanigans disqualified earlier with a few people retiring. So, yeah, let's see what we can do. All right, and just quick update. I mean, it's Abu Dhabi. It's dry. Telemetry shows dry. If you expect anything else, I'm sorry, but it's dry. Yep, and just a little while we're waiting for everyone to get their setups going. We are a league that races with no parc ferme, at least for now. Um, there's that annoying issue where if you get disconnected in qualifying, sometimes when you reconnect, you can't retake control of your car. So we kind of decided that since that kind of exists and it happens quite often. Oh, here we go. Maxime with an insane start there. Oh, okay. Spun around by Fred. Little contact. There's a Haas going off the track. There's Castman tapped from the rear. Man, something happening. A lot of stuff happening right now. Oh, oh no. Well, uh, that's a little unlucky. They get Shry in the lead. Fred getting a little spin from Deffy there, and right in front of Fred, who probably has damage. Now Combined takes the lead going into Sector 3. Let's bring up a tire information here. Most people are on the hards. We have a few people are on mediums. We have a few people have to pit, so we have Deffy into the pits. I believe we have Beamer, who I'm not sure what happened to Beamer. Maybe he got caught up with Major Castman. Major Castman is going to pit also. Oh, or he's going to miss the pit entry and retire. Oh, he's continuing. A lot of jostling back there with the Vera and Simon. This is the worst camera angle of all time. Looks like a Cal right up the butt of a Vera also. Fred setting the fastest lap following Combined. This will be the first lap with DRS. In the back, it looks like we have Jeff spun in the third sector. Simon just outside of DRS. From what I saw, stars for Major Castleman, he got punted going into turn 3, excuse me, and then he tried to pit, missed the pit entry, and had to go back around, and then retired. Looking back at P9, Ryan Newton, the current reigning Division 1 champion, he did not qualify. Ooh, safety car. What happened here? Looks like Duffy had a little spin and broke his wing, and it gave us a safety car. Okay, we have quite a few people pitting. We have 7 people going there. Looks like both medium and hard runners. Top 3 of Fred, Combine, and Shry all stayed out on their hards. And as did Nathan and Simon. So nobody in the top 5 swapping positions here. But now Cal is technically in the net lead of the race, as he is the only one who was pit. But I can't imagine he's going to go 25 laps on 24, 25 laps on a set of hards. I'm really tempted to tab out so I can look at tire wear data, but I'm the host, and I'd probably accidentally kill Fred with the safety car. As much as you guys would like to see that, that's probably not a good thing. Hey, what's up, Jeff and Defi or DeFi here, way in the back. So we'll probably have at least one more lap behind the safety car as they catch up. So looking at the tires, so when the safety car first came out, we had 3 people come out on fresh mediums. Now, to assume with that kind of strategy, that probably means that those people expect to have to pit anyway. So the idea is to try to make up some ground, get clear of these hard runners, to make up some time before everyone else has to pit one more time. There's always a possibility with the safety car. 17 drivers for this is quite a few, or excuse me, is more than I expected. So there's always a possibility of another safety car. Oh yeah, safety car should definitely be in. Probably won't call it for a couple more corners. But those two Alfa Romeos in the back are just catching up with the grid now. I suppose Logan was disconnected again. So it looks like it retired his car, or he just crashed. Yeah, it looks like he retired. Yep, there it is, safety car in this lap. Looks like Fred's going now. I'm really interested to see how long it's going to take for these new tire runners to pass these people who have not pit yet. But a really nice start from Fred on the safety car restart. Kind of got a little bit of a jump on combined. Looking back at Cal, remember he's the first one on the fresh set of on a fresh set of tires. Already just right on the tail of Avira there. Yeah, Sind here would not be outside the realm of possibilities. Avira and Cal, cross-division teammates in Season 9, both driving for Red Bull, both being picked second in each of in their divisions respectively. Cal in Division 1, Avira in Division 2. Now Fred got a huge jump on combined. Combine's really struggling. Shry is now right on the tail of combined. Looks like combined is just really struggling to find pace. He's been overtaken by 2 cars and lost Fred. Simon is there too. Cody on those fresh mediums probably has a ton of pace. And it looks like something happened here with Effie in the Alfa Romeo. I think another safety car. Now we should see everyone box who hasn't already pit. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some of the medium runners pit too. Shry stays out, Nathan stays out, Combine stays out. Fred was able to get in, but not everyone else. Curious if that was if they just missed the pit entry, or if this is their conscious decision. Yeah, the only issue, I would say the only downside to Fred pitting right then is he's going to be really close to the back of the grid. Just to kind of clarify for maybe if some of the newer people, this is an unscored race. Our actual draft for Season 10 is this Sunday. That is when we will select. That is when our team principals will select drivers for the actual season come the following Sunday. We are going to have tonight with Abu Dhabi. Thursday night we'll have another random track. We have a little bot command in the Discord that's going to roll the tracks for us. The entire calendar, with the exception of Monaco and Singapore, are in the random pool. Monaco, just because it's Monaco, we like to kind of keep the Monaco race a special event. We usually do it interesting. We usually do it after an off week with full qualifying, and then have a 100% Monaco event in the middle of that, so we can all have a chance to earn our Monaco Club badge within the ZRL Discord. And then Singapore, just because, really, kind of the same reason. It could be argued that we probably don't need to have it in the same kind of category as it did before, since it's a newer track, shorter lap time, but we took it out, so. Maxime, looks like you're having tons of fun. Traffic jams are my favorite thing to do on a Tuesday evening. Yeah, I just went with the normal rules for this race. Next race, if we don't want to have safety cars on, we can try to turn them off. Or we can turn damage off. I thought this would be the best way to do it. Alright, so now we have Shry leading the next safety car. Nathan already breaking the rules by being next to him. So we'll have to... Alright, he backed down. He's good. He's good. That is something that we do here. I'm sure it's kind of become very common across most leagues now, but you have to be single file on the safety car restart, otherwise that can result in a penalty. The other thing we do here, again, like I mentioned before, for anyone who didn't notice, who didn't hear earlier, we run no park firme because of an issue with lobby, and now Shry is restarting the safety car, or restarting the race after the safety car. Solid jump. I'm going to be... Let's see if Combined can maintain that gap. Last time, Fred just gapped him immediately, and he lost 2 positions in just that immediate, or that first restart lap. Mizzy on tail of someone back here. Relatively new mediums versus Ryan's big send there. He gets the position. In front we have Simon and Cody going at it. Remember, Simon on these old tires hasn't pit yet. Cody on relatively new medium tires. Most of those laps are behind the safety car. Cody getting by Cal also. Cody, a 2-time champion of D1 and ZRL. Well, Combine was able to maintain the gap, not lose DRS to the cars in front, but the cars behind just a little bit too quick. Wouldn't be surprised if Cody gets by both of these cars by the end of this lap. Combine losing DRS, Cal overtaking Combined. Izzy with a thin down the inside of Maxime. A little tap for Maxime, and he gets spun around. Try Nathan having a battle here for the lead. Oh, but both of them have little squirrely exits, and Cody. It's a really good opportunity to overtake both of them. I mean, try. It's so much understeer in that corner. Almost went right into the wall. Someone's around. Looks like maybe Paulie, or is it Simon went around? Simon and Richard Long. Sorry about that. I have a couple of dogs going bananas in the background. Ryan clearing combined. Definitely clearing combined. Now Cody takes the lead of the race. Cal is right there also, but he does have a 3-second time penalty. Schrei almost losing it. And that clears Ryan and Deffy. It's like somebody's retiring. A little 3-wide action here. Nathan just kind of getting eaten up by these newer tires. Deffy has a big run on everyone here. I had some DRS chicken if I've ever seen it. Deffy just diving out of the way of both Ryan and Cal, but Ryan taking big advantage of that. Cal kind of getting caught out. It's like a spin from Jeff, causing a VSC. Still just a VSC, and we haven't upgraded a full safety car yet. A lot of time penalties. This track is definitely, you want to try to use so much track here that it's really easy to just go off and get these little stinky warnings. Al definitely got jumped a little bit by Ryan on their safety car, on the VSC restart, so he's just going to be inside that DRS zone. He's just really slow through the corner. Definitely just much quicker at the apex. Just much quicker on the power too. Back Maxime in a battle with Nathan. Backs out of it. Mizzy, another person. I'm not familiar with this person, but according to Magnuson, Magnuson definitely seems to imply that he's quite quick. We saw him a little bit ago before he got tagged and spun around. Was definitely charging forward. A lot of people still have yet to pit. I think everyone's just waiting for that safety car. Fred with a wild dive there. Looks like Nathan finally just going in. We have 3 people who have yet to pit. We have Shry combining Simon. We have Fred catching up with all these hard runners now on older tires. Maxime overtaking Shry and combine. A lot of contact. Shry goes around. Fred drives right into the back of him. I imagine Fred probably has damage here. Maxime has a nice chance to kind of get away. Fred just staying in front of combined. Oh, and there he goes. Okay. Definitely just going right into the wall and crashing out there. That'll put us in another safety car. So everyone should pit here. I would imagine every single person, maybe save Nathan, will be pitting here. I'm imagining you can go on any tire to the end here. I'm sure Maxime's having a much better time than he was earlier, even though it's another safety car. Top 4, no penalties. I imagine he will be pitting with everyone else. Yeah, just like that, everyone going. Navira is going to be a little unlucky being right behind Maxime, who just happens to be his teammate here. Cars are just free choice for anyone wondering. You can pick literally any car you want. I'm sure some of the Mercedes people might complain if you hop in a Mercedes, since Mercedes did just win combined constructors. And it definitely does seem like Ryan is going to be maintaining his position with Mercedes, as they still have #1 pick. And he is a #1 overall rated driver at the moment. Okay, so Maxime puts on the softs. Okay. I was surprised that he's the only one to do it. We probably have about 9 or 10 race laps, I would imagine. Probably come in at the end of 19. Which would give us 10 racing laps. Yeah, I may need to do something about the safety cars and the damage. People kind of driving like crackheads. And not super good data when half the race is behind a safety car. But it's certainly been a little entertaining. The race itself, maybe not me, because I'm just sitting here saying random stuff, but definitely been an interesting race. Definitely did not plan to broadcast tonight. I wanted to race, but I realized probably better if we could just get this on stream. I was going to try to have us use, what's it called, sim racing tools, whatever that application is, to give us some nice little fun facts after the race. But I just couldn't get it to work, so definitely better to have the broadcast up. Even if I'm not a normal broadcaster, I can just sit here saying stuff. People are here for the action, not for the random dude talking about random stuff. Taking a look at these penalties. Everyone down to Mitzi, or Meezy. 3 seconds. He's at 6. Looks like Cody's sitting on 1 warning. Ryan is sitting on 6 or 7. Nah, there's no way that's 6. If he had 6 warnings, he'd have 6 penalties. 6 seconds of penalties. Combined sitting on 2 warnings. Cal sitting on 5 warnings. Avira sitting on 1. Mitzi sitting on 8, so potentially with 1 more he might have another penalty. Measy. Not coming in. Not at the end of it at 19. I guess we're doing 1 more lap. Oh, okay. We're going here. Okay. Very nice. Cody's going to take us on the restart. Fresh medium tires. No penalties. Cody gets away. Ryan get a big Cal kind of caught sleeping there. Big gap between Cal and also Maxime is right behind him on those fresh softs. A lot of action back here from Nathan's POV. Looks like Ryan maybe dumping his battery. No, right behind. Maxime gets behind Cal. Still just outside DRS, but he is on those softs. Still a lot of stuff happening back here. Paulie just caught up in all of this stuff, just losing tons of positions. Oh. Avira and Simon coming together. Definitely may have been one of those ones where Amir... Oh. Please don't give us a safety car. No safety car, thankfully. Cody going off track but not getting a penalty. Or not getting a track limit warning. Maxime's still yet to catch up with Ryan and get in his DRS. Maxime dropping Cal. Kind of one of those things where those softs may have been the right choice. Fred and Combined going at it here. Combined, no DRS from the car in front. Back up towards the lead. Will Ryan sit behind Cody? Will he try to take the lead to try to prevent Maxime from sticking with him? Maxime just outside that DRS rate. Fred overtaking Combined. Ryan overtaking Cody. Okay, and now he's pushing. Full contact. Ryan maintains the lead going into the third sector. Maxime just kind of getting left in the dust here. Fred overtaking Cal. Cal getting overtaken twice potentially here. Combined in there too. I must have had a serious moment. Back towards the front. Pretty big battery advantage for Ryan. Cody sending it down the inside. More contact. Little bump there, but side by side to the entire third sector. A lot of respect from both drivers there. The legendary matchup that we're all here to see, man. Cal and Fred. What will happen before this race is over? Yeah, I mentioned those softs earlier. Potentially being the best strat certainly does not seem to be the case. Simon just unable to get by Nathan. Maxime not being able to keep up with Ryan and Cody. I think losing time to Fred also. Back in the back, we have a little battle between Vera and Richard Long. Ooh, Avira trying to send it back up towards the front. We have Cody and Ryan swapping again. A little contact there. Ryan backing out. Fred really having... In terms of lap times right now, Maxime is definitely struggling a little bit with these tires. Ryan and Cody 25.7s, Maxime in the 26.4s, Freddie in the 25.7s also. Maxime's light is flashing, means he's under 10% ERS. Freddie will have DRS here. Maxime, no DRS. And just an easy overtake for Fred. Now the real question, does he have enough pace, enough battery to catch the back of Cody? Back of Ryan? Ooh. Since people are having fun with the track limits right now. Oh, Maxime gets punted by Fred going into that corner. Very interesting track limits from Simon there, right into the wall. Little karma. Ryan crosses the line to finish ahead of Cody, but with the time penalty, Cody will be the victor in this race. Very spicy, you can say that, preseason race. Interesting driving there from Beamer. Alright, that's that. So remember, I'll have team telemetry info for team principals if they want it. And then I will also look into revealing our draft order tonight. So I will get on that, guys. Thank you for attending or watching and attending and whatever. Our first preseason race for Season 10. Another one Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the final one Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks, guys. Have a nice night.